Player of the Year, then a first-team All-American for the third time. One-0 pitch from Kelly Maxwell, and that's laced foul. Kelly got the start against Duke on Thursday, and no decision through 67 pitches. Her career in the NCAA tournament, most of which was spent at Oklahoma State, and now this year at Oklahoma, she is 10-5 in postseason play. 1-1 to Brady, in for a strike. Maya, second all-time in home runs and runs batted in. The one thing missing from the resume is that national championship, and she has saved her best for last. And Kelly Maxwell sends her back to the dugout, one down.
Kelly Maxwell, a lot of experience in that circle, and a lot of really good movement from that left side. She's got that curveball that she'll throw on both sides of the plate, the way she really wraps it around her hips, but it's got a lot of down as well as a lot of run to it. She'll also go upstairs with a rise ball. Just really good movement, great rotation on that pitch. And that strikeout pitch to Brady was that off-speed curveball in the outer half, and when she uses that effectively, limits her free passes, Beth Moen, she is tough to hit.
Yeah, that's Brady's only her third strikeout in her last 52 plate appearances. So one down for Jadlyn Alchin. Senior out of Huntington Beach, California. Former starter at the University of Washington. And now her first year here at UCLA. So she's been to the World Series with 2 different programs. Jadlyn batting .450 in this NCAA tournament with a couple of 3-hit games. She had a hit, drove in a run in the Alabama win. 1-2, ripped foul. It has been a remarkable season and a turnaround year for UCLA. They got off the first couple of weekends, their worst start since 1986. And then slowly it started to build. The pitching, a young pitching staff got better. The defense got better. They got more comfortable at the plate. They start out here, though, with a couple of strikeouts against Maxwell. 2 down.
This pitch is coming in around 60 to 62 miles an hour, so she'll throw 3 different speeds, but this is more like an off-speed drop. It's got a lot of down over the top, 4-seam rotation. You can really see that, but it starts at the knees and it really dives down. You can see the way that Kelly gets over top of that pitch, takes a little off it, just gets that ball to dive to the dirt. 2 batters up, 2 strikeouts.
And here is Charlize Palacios, a whale of an NCAA tournament. Most home runs and RBIs of anybody else in the field for the senior from Chula Vista. 5 home runs, 13 ribs. Maxwell misses high. Charlize started her career at Arizona, another player that has been to the World Series with multiple teams. Now in her second year at UCLA. She was the Pac-12 leader in home runs and slug during the regular season.
She has great numbers against left-handed pitchers. 363 against righties, 438 against lefties.
There's the 2-1 from Maxwell. Right back up the middle. Kelly able to knock it down. The flip to first. Bobbled by Sanders, and Palacios safe at the bag. And a 2-out base runner for the Bruins.
Tried to shovel past that over to Sanders. It just goes off the heel of Sanders' glove. That's just a miscalculation of that. Get a little bit of a shove pass coming over to Sanders. They're going to give her an error on that.
So the E3 Palacios aboard for Megan Grant, looking to find her form in this NCAA tournament. Got around on that inside pitch. Sophomore from San Bruno, an all Pac-12 first teamer this year. Went 0 for 3 against Alabama the other night. Second year of this new format at the Women's College World Series. If you keep winning, you get a day off between games. So they were idle yesterday, both these clubs. On the grass, Torres waits for Sanders to get there, and the side is retired. Oklahoma picking up the bats.
Just been on a rocket ship.
Jada Coleman will lead things off. For the 4 seniors in the batting order that have been together for 4 or 5 years now in Norman, this is their 41st tournament game. And for Coleman and Jennings, their 21st World Series games, along with Kinsey Hansen. They have the experience on their side as they try and close out their careers by winning their final game every single season at the World Series. Coleman watches strike 1 go by. The seniors, Riley Boone, a swing and a miss for Caitlin Terry, full count. Down the line and foul. She is one of the toughest to strike out in all of college softball. Huge disparity. Their K rate has plummeted this year. Their walk rate is sky high. They are so good at the plate.
Pretty much double the amount of walks than strikeouts. Jada Coleman has 0 strikeouts on the season versus left-handed pitchers. I mean, think about left on left. The advantage is so high for left-handed pitchers against left-handed batters. But Jada Coleman, we're seeing this now in this battle. 2 strikes, her ability, just bat to ball, to be able to foul off, put in play any pitch.
The freshman from Glendale, Arizona, the biggest start of her career. That will get out of play. Usually you step in, you get your feet wet. Maybe you're the 2nd or 3rd option. No, not this year. Jumped right in after Megan Farimo graduated. She and Taylor Tinsley have been a fabulous combo. She didn't even wait till the end of the season to add a pitch. She's already added a drop to her repertoire this year.
Okay.
And there's ball 4. Coleman is aboard.
Shortstop number 23.
Look at Jada Coleman want to swing at this pitch. It's coming at her head. It almost clips her bat. But she was starting her swing. I love that viewpoint right behind home plate.
This has been such a lethal combo over the last 4 years with Coleman on base for Tiare Jennings. First team All-American all 4 seasons. In her career, half of her hits are for extra bases. And that'll drop in for a single. Coleman to 2nd. And the Sooners got something cooking early.
This is a short swing from Tiare Jennings. Watch her hands just kind of stay close to her body. It's up and in. This is where pitchers try to, look how low her hands are and then how short she is to the ball. Pitchers have been trying to jam her in the entire season. She gets to that one.
Now to the freshman, Ella Parker. Out of Los Angeles, third-team All-American honoree this year.
Ball.
The other day against Duke, Sooners hit 400 with runners in scoring position. Here's a look at Patty Gasso, the 7-time national champions, with what she calls their championship mindset. It's been a decade of dominance. Whether you want to see him finish it off or you want to see him fail, a lot going on this week in Oklahoma City.
Ball.
Trying to do something no one's ever done, win that 4th national championship in the sport of softball. The numbers are gaudy.
Catches the outside corner. Parker only has 1 hit all season off a left-hander. That 1 hit happens to be a home run. Three-two pitch. Fouls that one back. She's having herself a terrific postseason. In the last 3 games, she has reached base in 8 of her 12 plate appearances. When the pressure's been on, she's performed. Swing and a miss there, 1 down.
Freshman Caitlin Terry has a lot of different tools that she can pull out of her toolbox. She's got that drop ball that's newly learned, Beth, that we were talking about, 6 to 8 miles an hour. How about a screwball that she'll run away from righties? But it's this changeup at 54 miles an hour that really helps set up a lot of her pitches. She's going to use it frequently today. That pitch rising up and moving away from Ella Parker picks up a big strikeout with runners on.
First freshman 20-game winner since Rachel Garcia in 2017. Rachel went on to win the national championship in the circle for the Bruins in 2019. A win over Oklahoma.
And that whiff rate, that last pitch that she used to strike out Parker, she's got a whiff rate of 47% on that to left-handed hitters. So that rise ball is very good against the lefties, climbing up and away from them.
1-1 to Alyssa Brito. Goes the opposite way down the line, and getting over to snag it is Megan Grant. On the run and holds Coleman at second base. 2 down.
The degree of difficulty on this is so hard because anytime the ball is hit down the line, it's going to continue to go and tail towards the line. So Megan Grant, not just the jump, but the reach. This gets by her and scoring at least 1 run. So not only being able to understand where to get to, but when to reach that ball was spinning towards the line.
Well, immediately that throw back in, knowing that there's a good chance Coleman might be trying to tag on that. Oh. That was beautiful. I mean, if I'm a pitcher, that fires me up, yeah.
Because it was smoked.
It was smoked.
2 on with 2 outs for Cassidy Pickering, the other freshman in their starting lineup out of Humble, Texas. And the runners will be able to scoot 60 feet. All Cassidy's done in the NCAA tournament is hit over 500. She's got the best postseason batting average on the team. And now a couple of RBIs await.
Turn.
Ball. 3-0. With the veteran catcher Kinsey Hansen on deck. She hit one of their 3 home runs on Thursday. 4 pitches to bring Hansen to the plate. Second free pass of the inning, and throw in a wild pitch and a bit of a shaky start here. Can Oklahoma capitalize?
Now batting for Oklahoma. Catcher, number 9, Kinsey Hansen.
Second-team All-American who has reached in 28 straight games. Takes a look at strike 1.
That's where you've got to stay with her. She's 118 against the rise ball. Everything else over 400, including the changeup and the drop. Those are 2 pitches she just absolutely annihilates.
Yeah, lower half of the zone, she drops that barrel really well.
And she likes the lefty. She is a 500 hitter on the year. 525.
I gotta get him.
Winner today is on to the semifinals Monday afternoon. 1 win away from the Champ Series. The loser will cross over to the other side to play Stanford Sunday night, and then they would have to win twice on Monday to get to the series. Swing and a miss. Hansen strikes out with the bases loaded, and a terrific comeback for Caitlin Keene. And then Oklahoma eliminated UCLA in 2021 and in 2022. Bruins missed the series last year and now back with a vengeance. Here's Thursday night's hero, Jordan Rory. That 6th inning home run was the 12th win this year for UCLA when they were trailing or tied going into the last 2 innings. They beat Alabama 4-1.
She talked post-game with Holly Rowe about feeling the entire team with her in that at-bat. Remember, she struck out the at-bat before against Kayla Beaver. The adjustments she made, especially the first time being here at the Women's College World Series.
She goes to that power slap.
Gets both eyes on the pitcher, and Kelly Maxwell is slinging it. She has struck out 3 of the first 5 she's faced. 1 down.
And she's got pitches that move on multiple planes, so this is curving and rising at the same time, so it gives a lot of depth to the pitch, and it's tough to catch up to. It's tough to barrel up. You can see the tight rotation on this pitch. It's curved with some upspin, lowers that release to get it into the eyes of the hitter.
So not only the challenge of leaving Oklahoma State to come to their rival here at Oklahoma, and a lot of the vitriol and a lot of the bitterness surrounding that, but she's also had a chance to dive into the videotape room with Jen Rocha, the pitching coach, and has really explored different pitches that she leans on more this year than she has in the past. She's continued to change her game.
Well, you have to, this level.
Snagged by Sanders. Also helps when you got great defense behind you. This is top 10 fielding percentage team in the country. 2 down.
Sanders, great fielding first baseman, really good positioned, good reacts on that. To your point, Beth, just 31 errors on the season, including that error today. So this is a club that really knows how to field it behind that pitching staff.
Here comes Seneca Curro. Senior out of Verona, California. This may be one of the key spots here coming up for UCLA. Can they get base runners on for Brady and Palacios at the top of the order? So much of their offense in the postseason has come from Brady, Alchin, and Palacios. 1, 2, 3 in the lineup.
7, 8, 9 were 0 for 7 with a hit batter. Game 1 of this World Series against Alabama.
1-2 to Currow.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about it. If you get the lower half of your lineup on fire, get them on base, turning over the lineup, it's typically the recipe to put runs up on the board.
Currow back towards the press box. There you see how significant the top has been. Responsible for over 50% of their runs scored, over 50% of their RBIs, and 80% of their home runs. There's Currow, the 7-hitter. Maxwell, 2 strikeouts in the first, 2 more in the second.
UCLA the second, no runs.
Riley Boone steps in. Chiari's already been on base and already had a chance to say hello to Brady on the base paths today. Oklahoma threatened. They left the bases loaded. A big strikeout for Caitlin Terry. Got Kinsey Hansen with 3 aboard. Nice backhand at first base from Jordan Woolery. And here was the moment earlier between the 2 buds.
And that is a for sure sister moment. Teammates, the bond that you have, and you look at the numbers between these 2 in the World Series in particular. Jennings with a lot more games, but the batting average, the home runs, how about the RBIs?
Don't be surprised if you see that exact same story in the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles. And you have a great chance of being teammates once again for USA softball. Unfortunately, won't be playing in Paris this summer, but softball back in 2028 and 2032 when it goes to Brisbane, Australia. Fingers crossed.
Put it in the universe. Just get it out there.
Alina Torres hit a home run Thursday. Grant backing up, fighting against the sun. She's got it. 2 down. Holly Rowe, what you got?
Well, guys, we talked to Caitlin Terry, the pitcher for UCLA, and she said she likes to pitch fast and go very quickly. We saw in her first game here at the World Series, she was almost going too fast. Her coach even admitted that she wasn't showing the composure probably that she wanted. So watch her today. She is very systematic in walking out of the circle, getting a deep breath, tapping the rosin bag. She has slowed down and is taking her time and really trying to have a little more depth and composure right now against the Sooners.
It is a hot day too, Michelle. You've pitched in this kind of weather before. Feels like close to 90 degrees with the humidity this afternoon.
Absolutely, have to stay hydrated. And yeah, I love the way that KT really has that routine that's so important for pitchers. She doesn't need a pitch clock. She is just very mechanical with the way she goes.
Kind of finding that right timing, taking your time, but you can't take too much time.
Yep.
Facing Sid Sanders, who also hit a home run. They had 3 of them, 2-run home runs in the run rule win over Duke on Thursday. Terry looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Ball. Ball 4. And a walk to the number 9 hitter. That is the 3rd free pass. First time through the lineup. She's good at that. She's got more freebies, almost twice as many as she does hits. And half of those hits are homers. She has picked and chosen her moments well. Top of the order in Jada Coleman. She walked her first time up, got all the way around to third base. Stranded there. Hitting .474 in this NCAA tournament. beat Mist High. Yesterday, 2 days ago, she scored twice against Duke and tied Jocelyn Allo for the all-time runs scored record at Oklahoma, 281. Stanley Cup playoffs tonight. Also tonight over on ESPN. Second game here with Texas and Florida. That is the #1 seed Longhorns against the SEC champion Gators at 7 Eastern tonight on ESPN. The winners advance to the national semis on opposite sides of the bracket.
Good chance there'd be 2 freshman starters in the circle for both those clubs. Just like Caitlin Terry here, freshman for UCLA.
That's right, Tegan Kavan and Keegan Rothrock were exceptional in their wins on Thursday.
Day off yesterday, so I think there's a good chance we see both of them.
Field of 8 is down to 6. Last night we said goodbye to Duke and Oklahoma State. Coleman jammed, falls out of that swing and fouls it away. Pitch from Terry. Right back to Caitlin. Easy play to first. She was Thursday night against Duke with 4 strikeouts, and she's done it today. Not even through the lineup one time, and now a hit batter as Tessa Malaulu gets aboard.
Oh, Maxwell's really been bending a lot of her pitches well. Look at this off-speed drop ball. It's got drop and curve over the top, 4-seam rotation, so it's really going to run coming out of that left side hip, the way she pulls it across her body. But you cannot forget about the rise ball. That's been her pitch over these 4 years playing NCAA softball, that she's really had success attacking the top of the zone. But that newly added drop ball, off-speed drop ball, has really just opened up her game.
The throw down on the steal of second base, and UCLA has a runner in scoring position. Malaulu over to second.
Well, Kinsey Hansen actually did a great job of getting to this ball, had her out. Just could not hang out to finish the play. Kinsey Hansen keeping that drop ball in front of her to be that quick to even make it a close play.
Infield pulled in for the short gamer, Nelly Mionyo. She does have 7 sacrifice bunts on the year. A former batting champion in the Pac-12 from her freshman year at Arizona. Out of Hacienda Heights in Southern California. 2 for 8 so far in this NCAA tournament. Draws the walk, 2 freebies at the bottom of the order. What you got, Holly Rowe?
Well, we talked to you about this before, but Kelly Maxwell has a trouble with the ball when it's really hot out. Her hand gets sweaty. She does not like to use rosin on her palm. She's admitted that to us, but what she has done today, she's got a 3/4 length sleeve on. There is a big band of rosin right below the band of that sleeve. She keeps it on her upper arm, and just in the last inning, she's taken out a rosin bag in the back of the circle. She did not have that yet out there the first inning.
Thank you, Holly.
Take a look at it right there. That's the rosin that she really uses to keep on that arm to try to eliminate some of that perspiration from going into her palm of her hand.
Now big trouble right here. So we talked about it a moment ago. Could UCLA get base runners aboard for Maya Brady? And they don't have 1, they have 2. With Maya coming up, she struck out in the first inning. She has been the hottest hitter in the postseason.
And this is the one area when we really dissect Kelly Maxwell and some of the issues that she has potentially. It's the free passes, right? It's the hit batters. It's the walks. 52 base on balls coming into today's game, 11 hit batters. So those free passes, when they get on base and then the ball leaves the yard, those are when she has had difficult times, difficult outings.
They get on base ahead of her. Yeah. I mean, Maya Brady, you don't want her up to bat with anyone on base. She's their most powerful, dynamic hitter in this lineup.
Hitting close to 700, best in the country with runners in scoring position this year. 2 on, nobody out for Maya, and she takes a look at strike 1. Look at the numbers, the slug over 1,200. A hit batter and a walk, Malauulu and Mionyo aboard. Brady out in front.
For Maya right now, most teams actually don't get her 0-2 very often because they don't give her strikes. Now she's had 2 in a row. They are going to expand. Kelly Maxwell got her to strike out because she went with the off-speed drop, nowhere near the strike zone. Maya Brady chased it. She's got to be patient and smart right now.
Down 0-2. Kelly Maxwell gets her twice. 1 down.
Well, Maxwell working a lot away from a Brady, trying to make her go opposite way, but just owning her on this curveball out her house. She watches it. This is supposed to be outside. It comes in, fouls it off, and then goes back to that off-speed drop out and downstairs, and Brady just chases it down into the dirt. Same exact pitch that she struck out on in the first inning.
4 of her 5 strikeouts with that pitch. All of them the Bruins whiffing on. Got ahead here, 0-1 to Alchin. .400 hitter in the tournament. She's been on base half the time she comes to the plate in this postseason.
They have been chasing everything down in the zone. It's not even that they're taking that pitch. They see it down because they're expecting up. Anything down, they can't hold up on it.
And they need to make an adjustment. If you're going to hit that, you got to go up in the box or just lay off it.
Pops up the 0-2 pitch. Alina Torres doesn't get it. It hits her.
She's out.
Makes its way all the way back to the backstop.
Yeah, we have it. She's out.
And they've called the infield fly rule. But Torres, did that end up hitting her on the head? Fighting the sun. As we bring in our rules analyst, Christy Cornwell, to help us out here. Christy?
Well, we have an infield fly situation. So once the infield fly has been called, it doesn't matter whether the fielder catches the ball. It's still an infield fly and the batter is still out and the force is removed from the remaining runners.
Well, she's doing everything possible, by the way. She's got the shades. She's using her glove to try to shade the sun, but the sun is high right now and she completely loses it. Go with another second baseman, and Avery Hodge now coming in.
11 home runs in her last 19 games. Tearing it up in the postseason.
On the first base open, this is where the Sooners have to be very careful. I would not give her anything to hit. Grant is on deck. She's a lefty.
Well, and if I'm Charlize Palacios, that's where I'm pulling the trigger. Get something up in the zone, they're coming after you. I don't know how much more they will after this. That's the pitch.
Reached on an error her first time up. 0-2. Maxwell right at her.
2 good pitches at the top of the zone. The first one for a strike call. The second one, she gets her to swing through because she elevates it, takes it one more step upstairs.
Trying to get her to chase. Palacios on the season, a .395 hitter with 2 outs. First big threat of the day for UCLA.
Confidence right now for Kelly Maxwell. I mean, Smitty, you're right. First base is open. Megan Grant, who's on deck, has struggled. This is the hitter right here. This is the big slug, the RBIs, all of that. And she is going right after her.
Got her. Kelly Maxwell strikes out. Regaro won 2 of their championship games. The only no-hitter in finals history. Megan Langenfeld, Rachel Garcia, outstanding pitchers over the years. They turn to a freshman here today and facing the veteran Jennings. And Tiare, first pitch swinging, deep center field, back it goes! And a home run ball for Tiare, and the Sooners jump in front.
Home run of the year. She got a base hit on a pitch in off the plate, and you wonder how they were going to throw her. This is the zone that she loves to hit middle away. They're trying to establish it, but she is ready. You see the hands drop down and meet it. 73 miles an hour off the bat, barely clearing because it was a line drive shot.
Ninth of her World Series career, one of the all-time clutch hitters, her 30th RBI to extend her World Series record, and a 1-0 lead for Oklahoma.
And career number 96, so she jumps ahead of Lauren Chamberlain.
Into second place all-time at Oklahoma, third in NCAA history. A remarkable career as one of the great power hitters in the game that also hits for average as Ella Parker now steps in. Ella's looking for her first hit of her World Series debut. Was 0 for 2 the other night. Pitch. Got her out in front with the off speed. That's her third strikeout, 1 down. And back to Tiare.
Such a unique swing that she's got. The highest fly ball rate on the team. You can see why, because the way her hands drop down, the excitement putting her Sooners on the board. That's the best reaction from a freshman pitcher. What are you going to do? It's a good pitch and a better hitter.
Yeah. What you got for us, Holly?
Well, Tiare Jennings had been struggling by her standards at the plate this season, and she got some help from some of her former teammates. She talked to Sydney Romero. She taught her to take a breath, take a moment to appreciate what's going on, and don't be so hard on yourself. Nicole Mendez actually gave her a very good book she called Far Beyond Gold from Sydney McLaughlin, one of the Olympic medalists. And she said, you know, there's much more to the mental game. You've got to relax, not be so tight, not be so hard on yourself. And she appreciates the help from her former teammates, helping her get back to herself in the box. And that looked like Tiare Jennings, everybody knows.
Yeah, we know how much they work on their craft, but there is so much noise around the program and the success they've had, some of it good, some of it negative, and a constant fight to stay out of your own head, keep all the noise out of your head. They've talked about that openly the last several years on how to handle the attention. They've suffered some losses this year that they hadn't had before. And actually that Bedlam series loss at the end of the regular season, a bit of a wake-up call. And They have relaxed. They have started to have fun again. And Jada Coleman said, actually, it's been a lot of fun. We get to hunt. Usually everybody's coming after us. Their motto has been 21 versus everyone. And there's a Jennings home run ball headed for her family, the tradition here at the World Series. Brito, a shot out to left center, and she's aboard for the one down.
Second time through the lineup. Oklahoma making adjustments, going up, knowing what they're hitting, what they're hunting. This is a tough lineup. Just the 7th time this season they went through, first time through the order and did not score. So you can see those adjustments that they've made. Second time through with Jennings home run, and now Brito taking a pitch up in the zone, jammed up a little bit, but finishes the swing, gets it to dump down onto the green.
One hit the first time through, already a couple here the second time through, and here's Pickering, who walked her first time out. For Alyssa Brito, that's her 3rd hit here at the World Series in their first game and a half, including a game winner. Pickering, 3 home runs, 7 runs batted in this NCAA tournament. Pickering gets a hold of one. That one's deep to center. And the catch is made up against the wall. Mionyo trying to double up Brito, who's able to slide in safely. Nelly Mionyo with the route job in center field.
And there's a theme for this World Series, and it's still early. It has been Rob Jobs coming from the outfield, and it's been spread out from every team. But Janelle Mionyo, she already had one just over the wall. I can't tell you the degree of difficulty when you know that wall is coming. You're gonna get bashed. You take it off the back, and you make the grab.
Ball.
Wow. Oh, man, this has been such an awesome World Series.
Amazing.
For outfielders.
2 sparkling plays already for the Bruins in center and right. From Mionyo and Grant. And then for Caitlin Terry, her highlight was the strikeout of Kinsey Hansen with the bases loaded in the first. And here comes Kinsey again.
Ball.
Worth noting, the Sooners have hit Terry harder this inning. Of course, it also happens to be the heart of the order. Hansen pops it up. Diving behind the dish and making the catch is Pulaski. Out with 2 out. And gets the strikeout instead. Her 4th.
Whereas, what can you tell us about her situation?
Being looked at right now, it was tough. That was really tough. So I don't know that you'll see her the rest of the game.
Thank you, Coach. You've got some hits, you've got some productivity, most importantly from Tiare Jennings. She had been kind of struggling late in the season. What is it like to see her get out of her own way and get that home run?
She loves this moment. She loves this platform. It's where she's her best. So I knew it was coming.
Kelly Maxwell striking out, Maya Brady twice, Charlize Palacio once. What have you seen from Kelly early in this ballgame?
Just command, control. It's a good job of getting up early in the count, moving her pitches really well. Very composed. I love what she's looking like right now.
Thank you, Coach.
You got it.
Thank you very much, Holly and Patty Gasso, as we move to the top of the 4th and a 1-0 Oklahoma lead. Back to work for Kelly Maxwell. 2 strikeouts in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third. And in that 3rd inning, she squelched a Bruin rally with runners on 2nd and 3rd base. So 4, 5, and 6 coming up. Here's Megan Grant, a ground out her first at bat. This is a winner's bracket matchup. Winner is into the semifinals. The loser crosses over to the other side of the bracket and would have to win 3 games in the next 2 days to reach the Champ Series.
Where's it at?
First of our doubleheader tonight on ESPN 7 Eastern. It's Texas and Florida. The loser of this one would cross over to play Stanford tomorrow night. The loser of the Texas-Florida game will cross over to this side of the bracket to play Alabama tomorrow afternoon. Those would be elimination games. Quite the advantage, as you would imagine. If you win your first 2 games, you have a 77% chance to reach the championship series. UCLA, the last team to beat Oklahoma in the NCAA tournament. That was 19 games ago. 2 World Series ago, after OU swept through Oklahoma City last year. Grant with the strikeout, Hanson with the tag out. That is number 7 for Kelly Maxwell.
For the series.
Struck out on a rise ball in the second.
Maxwell, you see the gun up there, 66 miles an hour, but it's got pop. It looks more to a hitter right now, like 71, 72, and that's why you're seeing them so much more out front of that off-speed drop. Maxwell going up and down, but also different velocities.
Right back up the middle, base hit, Woolery. And their first hit.
Or something in, can't adjust, inner half, bashes that.
Swing and a miss, 1 and 2 to Savipola.
And ironically, when she struck out, same way, she was doing that power slap when she struck out. This time, she doesn't do it, base hit. So sometimes we power slap to get our eyes on the ball, but
it makes you late if you're not doing it correctly.
Bruins with their 4th base runner. A couple of free passes. One reached on an error, and now the first hit for Woolery coming here in the 4th. 3 for 12 in the World Series with a runner on base.
Ball here.
Inside, 2 and 1. Bruins enjoying the moment. Nobody's lived here longer or better than UCLA in this 42nd Women's College World Series. They've played in 76% of them. They've played in almost half of the national championships. And those 12 rings, NCAA titles, that's almost a third of the rings given.
It's amazing. There was almost one point. You went to UCLA, you were guaranteed to at least play in the World Series and more than likely win a national championship. There's not many classes that have it for UCLA.
They owned the 1980s, then Arizona was the dynasty in the 90s. Oh! Parity arrived in the 2000s, Michigan winning a championship in 2005. That's when we started this Champ Series era. Here's one of their living legends, Lisa Fernandez, one of the GOATs.
With the bucket hat.
Ground ball to second. Hodge to Jennings. They'll get the lead runner. 2 down. And then after Michigan won, the SEC came alive. Alabama and Florida. winning national championships. And just when it looked like they were going to take over the world, Oklahoma shows up, and now they've won 6 of the last 10. They've been in the finals 8 times in 11 years. Swing and a miss for Curro. Line down to first base, her first time out.
Second time through the lineup. Kelly Maxwell starting to go back to that rise ball a little bit more and getting UCLA to swing through that pitch.
Ball.
Seneca Curro struck out on that off-speed drop ball that was so effective first time through the order. You're telling yourself as a hitter, see the ball up. Kelly's like, all right, hit my rise ball.
Swing and a miss. When it comes to effective velocity, right, first time through the order, when you're using that off-speed, you're creating doubt and hesitancy in the swing of the hitter. So now it opens up your ability to use that rise ball a little bit more effectively in the top of the zone, and you get them to chase and then to whiff more on that pitch.
That's what I'm saying. 64, 65 miles an hour, right, that we're seeing on a rise ball, but it looks more like 72, 73 when you look at the hitters.
Yes.
Kelly Maxwell looking for an 8th strikeout of the day. Ground ball to third. Brito takes care of business. Side retired, 1-0.
It's just the one mistake to Tiare Jennings, but how do you stick with her, and what do you like about what you're seeing?
I wouldn't even call that a mistake. I think Tiare is just a great hitter. The plan was to stretch the zone, but you got to credit good hitters. She's doing a great job of just battling, coming up with some big pitches. We know they're very offensive, but she's kind of taking the game pitch by pitch, and I love what she's doing.
You guys have seen Kelly Maxwell. You've kind of been through the lineup now a couple of times. What has to change from your approach at the plate?
I mean, we've got to be able to get a good pitch to hit. You know, like there's a plan in place. I can tell you we're not really doing a great job, but that's one thing that, you know, the best part about it is, you know, we tend to get stronger through a game. So I'm looking forward to us to making some adjustments, getting some barrel on some ball, and getting better contact. But right now, our defense is doing a great job. K2 is doing a great job. Until we get back in the dugout, we're going to go 9-on-1 right now.
Sounds great. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you very much, Holly and Kelly I. As you see the numbers for Caitlin Terry through the 3 innings, 3 hits. The 1 earned run is the home run. Has struck out 4. Has not been hurt by the walks.
Leading off for
And now she'll see the bottom of the order. Here's Riley Boone.
Riley Boone.
And I love what Kelly I said about the home run, because it wasn't a mistake. It was a great pitch. These are great hitters. That's what makes this so exciting.
Time.
I'm going to reset the pitch clock. Bottom of the order doesn't necessarily mean you can take your foot off the gas. Every single starter in their lineup for Oklahoma during the NCAA tournament has an extra base hit, has a run batted in, and has scored a run through their first 6 games.
Ball.
Just complete. You can't take an inning off.
You got Boone here who's a 500 career hitter at the World Series, and then their 8 and 9 hitters hit home runs the other night.
Four hitters over 400. Boone, one of those 4. The numbers, and we say it a lot, but they're gaudy. And it's the weapon everywhere.
Boone gets a piece of that one. Out of Owasso, Oklahoma. 8-game hitting streak coming in. Taps that to second. 1 down. Women's College World Series Finals will get underway on Wednesday. That'll be best 2 out of 3. 8 Eastern on ESPN Wednesday night, Thursday night, and if necessary, next Friday night. For more information, go to NCAA.com, your home for all 90 NCAA championships. Our 19th season of the championship series. The #1 seed the last 3 years, Oklahoma has won it. Texas is the #1 seed this year. Longhorns looking for their first crown. Hasn't been easy over the years. The top seed has only won it 8 times. They've reached the Champ Series 11 times in 2 decades. Lowest seed to ever win it was this Oklahoma team in 2017. Lowest seed to ever reach the finals was actually an unseeded team, Texas, a couple years ago. There's Kaylani Ricketts, one of the Southpaw Sooners, winner of a national championship, 2013. That was the great More Than Ourselves team that played about a month after an F5 tornado blew through Moore, Oklahoma, just south of Oklahoma City. Ricketts and Michelle Gascoigne tag team to help beat Tennessee with a Lauren Chamberlain home run. And now doing some cheerleading.
A lot of alum back.
3-1 to Avery Hodge. Now playing second base after the injury to Alina Torres. Taps that to third. Malauulu's got it, 2 down. And that'll bring up Sid Sanders, who walked in the second. If you can win your first 2 games, 77% chance of reaching the finals. You got an 85% chance of winning the championship. If you win this game, you get tomorrow off. You play Monday against an opponent you only have to beat once. They got to beat you twice to get to the finals. If you lose this one, you got to come back and play tomorrow and then beat somebody twice on Monday to reach the finals. Loser of this one will face Stanford and probably Nyjah Kennedy on a day's rest. How about the Card offense? My goodness. Mendoza-esque. They scored 8 runs and hit home runs.
Most they've ever scored in the World Series. Helped out their pitcher, Nyjah.
And an Alabama team that beat Duke yesterday to stay alive. Their redemption tour continues from 9th place in the SEC to the final 6 here at the World Series. Their margin of error, I think, is less than a run per game. They average 3 per game. They allow 2 per game, I think, in the postseason.
They play close games every game.
Yeah. Marley Giles being back has made a profound difference, both offense and defense side of the ball.
That's that Murphy magic.
It is fun to watch. Kayla Beaver in the circle.
3-2 to Sanders.
Good ball.
That hit her.
They need to check and see if she swung. Kelly I is arguing right now. You see her start her swing and hits that back arm, but looks like if she does come around, it's actually a strikeout. Oh, she held it back.
Close.
Her whole body, though. Watch her lower half. I mean, she is rotating all the way around. Does a nice job, though, keeping her hands back.
I think they're also looking to see on that check swing, though, did she still rotate into the strike zone over the plate. Umpires say no, so top of the order, Jada Coleman. A walk and a grounder right back to Terry.
Second free pass to that 9-hole hitter.
Ball.
Sooners have not been good so far with a runner on base, just 1 for 7. Change up for a strike. Caitlin Terry, last 24 hours have been really good for the rookie pitchers. Keegan Rothrock at Florida, Tegan Cavan at Texas. Wonder what that matchup might be later tonight. That should be a doozy. You know, there's certain days where there's just a buzz around town, and today is one of those with our doubleheader.
Oh yeah, Skylar Wallace.
Oh, Reese Atwood, 2 of the top hitters in the country.
Corby Otis, and then Jocelyn Erickson, transfer over from Oklahoma to Florida.
Just to be the SEC Player of the Year.
Yeah. Well, it's not a superstar.
Just like these two, those two teams can score, and they can hit home runs. Got Coleman to reach for that, and out to center, Mionio makes the catch. Side, let's see, that looks like a Gator bus rolling in. 7 Eastern tonight on ESPN. Head coach Tim Walton said they turned up the volume at the end of the season, and boy, have they ever. Gators come in hot. And a Texas team that survived that thrilling super regional with Texas A&M. And then a big win over the National Player of the Year, Kennedy and Stanford in their opener here. Playing with a lot of confidence. 7th time to the World Series. They're looking for their first championship. Also Coach Mike White's 7th World Series. Second with Texas. He went 5 times at Oregon. Good one still to come. Good one going on here. 8-9 in the top. Malauulu and Mionio both got on with freebies in the 3rd. This is a team that doesn't shy away from a late game deficit. They won Thursday with a 6th inning 3-run home run from Jordan Rory. Malauulu has the 2nd best batting average on the team in the postseason, and she is on with the walk to send it down to Holly.
Well, we've told you about the use of sports psychologist Dr. Armando Gonzalez for the UCLA dugout, and he's at the top of the stairs right now. If you take a look at the shirt he's wearing, has Muhammad Ali on it. I told him, is this a special message for today? And he said, absolutely. This team needs to do something that people don't expect. When Muhammad Ali was coming up and was a young fighter, people didn't expect how great he could be, but he knew it was already written.
Sacrifice gets the time run over to second. So the last time Maya Brady came up, she had 2 on base, and Maxwell struck her out for the 2nd time in the game, and now Maya will come up for a 3rd time. And a runner in scoring position again.
Needs to make some adjustments on this off-speed pitch that really has been tough for Brady to be able to see. And so Maxwell getting over top of this pitch, off-speed drop. It's got great spin, great rotation, and really good location. Look at the way it's going to run away from Brady. Brady just not identifying that pitch.
Especially because she'll get 2 strikes, getting ahead of her quickly, and that was the key against Brady, and then getting her to chase. A lot of pitchers don't attack Maya Brady. She's a lot of balls.
Here's Taylor Stevens on the pinch run as the birthday girl steps in. She has only struck out 3 times in a game once in her career. 3 years ago. Maxwell going after her. Hey, how about that birthday wish from Uncle Tom? Nothing like celebrating your birthday in OKC. Quarterback Tom Brady, the brother of Maya's mom, Maureen, who was a spectacular softball player in her day.
Fresno State, back when they were here in Oklahoma City, a whole heck of a lot.
Oh, the Bruin bubble is percolating right now. Looking to tie it up or take the lead. Brady yanks it foul. 1 and 2.
So they've gone away with the curveball. Comes back inside, right on the hands. You know the off speed is in the back pocket. Maya Brady right now trying to visualize the pitch that she's going to see.
Got her to chase the rise, and Kelly Maxwell strikes out Brady.
It gets it in the eyes of Brady for the big swing and miss. Those are 3 massive strikeouts of Maya Brady, one of the toughest hitters in the game to strike out.
First game since Oregon in 2021 with 3K. Coming into the game, she had the best batting average of any player in the postseason.
And how about Maxwell just going right at her? 9 strikes and 2 balls in the 3 at bats. I mean, no fear.
Two outs, still runner on second for Jadlyn Alchin. Swing and a miss, 1 and 2.
UCLA still not identifying that off-speed drop.
Well, watch the rise ball off of it. I mean, this is where that pitch looks so much better following the off-speed drop.
Chin hanging on.
The 8 and 9 hole have done a good job of getting on, but really when you look at the UCL lineup, that's 4 lefties in a row. 8, 9, 1, 2.
She has just decimated the top of the order, has only allowed 1 hit the entire day, and has struck out the top 4 hitters 6 times already. And the way she's throwing it, she may not have to see them again.
Well, and Jess, you said it best. She looks like she's throwing 70 miles an hour when she's really throwing in the low 60s, mid to low 60s.
Alchin. Boom, back to make the grab, and the fist pump as the threat comes to an end. Change for UCLA to Taylor Tinsley.
And Tiari Jennings, you look at the home run and the breakdown. Watch her hands in the position she's able to get her hands. Remember, this was a pitcher's pitch, not a hitter's pitch. Her hands are low and they are back. That split grip to get down to the drop ball low and away is the difference of this game. Kelly Inouye-Perez said it. That was a great pitch, but it's an even better hitter in Jennings. Beautiful job, and that's why they're up 1-0.
She talked about hitting the reset button after Bedlam and heading into the postseason. Needed to start playing again like they had no titles, not 3 in a row. And rediscover the hunger. Pops it up here in foul territory. There's Woolery, 1 down. What to look for?
Using that pitch effectively, it sets up everything else. So she throws that rise ball about 30% of the time, a screwball as well. Away from lefties into righties. She throws that one about 24% of the time, but that changeup is the one that's tough to hit and tough to see.
Against Ella Parker here, 1-1. Tinsley actually got the win coming on in relief against Alabama through 44 pitches and 3 innings on Thursday night. Parker has struck out twice. Snagged at second. Curro down in the dirt. 2 down.
Both of these defenses have been outstanding behind their pitchers. Curro going into that 3-4 hole, laying out. Got to get this. Nice easy throw over to first base for picking up that second out against Ella Parker, who hit that ball very hard.
Steals a single.
Yeah.
2 down for Brito. Outstanding defense from UCLA today.
Both of these clubs over 980 fielding percentage, 2 of the best in the country.
And that was not the case for the Bruins early this season. That is where they struggled the most. It was their pitching, but also the defense, the amount of errors they had. They cut them in a third and split up their season. Very proud of how much they improved.
This is the perfect example of it's not how you start, it's how you finish, right? This season for UCLA, because that first weekend, there were a lot of questions. There were a lot of things flying around like, oh my goodness, this could be a really, really tough season. Look at that, they were 3-4 at one point.
Oh, there's the change. Brito couldn't hold.
And just the way she throws that. So a lot of pitchers throw a drop ball as a peel, but Tinsley actually turns that over, takes a little velocity off of it, gets really good movement.
Pops it up. Room for Rory, and she's got it. They've had 3 terrific defensive plays today. 2 in the outfield, 1 on the infield to keep this thing tight. It's a 1-run game. Winner of this one stays in the winner's bracket. They advance to the national semifinals and need 1 win on Monday to move into the championship series. The loser will play Stanford tomorrow night on ESPN2. That's an elimination game. Still to come on ESPN tonight, 7 Eastern, Texas and Florida. And there is the top seed. Looks like they got the burnt orange pinstripes coming out tonight in prime time. Here's Charlize Palacios. Kelly Maxwell has owned the top of the order and has taken away the big production from Brady and Palacios so far. They're 0 for 5. Kelly with 8 strikeouts, including 3 of Maya Brady today. Maya hoping she'll get another chance. They're running out of outs. And the moment gets bigger and bigger for Maxwell, who has been here before. 4 years at Oklahoma State, including the COVID year, 3 times to the World Series, and now a 4th World Series, this one in crimson. Been some heartbreaking moments here. They have not been able to reach the finals. She's had a rough off season with the transfer, as you would expect, from Oklahoma State to Oklahoma. And she has kept the Bruins quiet, throwing some of her best work. And a strikeout of Palacios again. 1 down.
Going back to that outer half with that off-speed pitch, just diving down, and that's probably the ball 4 if she lays off of that. UCLA being very aggressive on those pitches downstairs, not letting them travel.
Here's Megan Grant.
In fact, all of Kelly's strikeouts today have been swinging. All 9 of them.
5 strikeouts today of Brady and Palacios. That's the most ever for the 2 in the same game over the last couple of seasons.
Wow. Kelly's fitting into that zone right now of pitchers that throw pitches outside of the zone. So balls or pitches that are balls, but they look like strikes. And one of the best in the business to do that was Cat Osterman, right? Everything looked like it was a strike through the zone, and when you really slowed it down and looked at locations, a lot of the pitches were out of the zone. Just makes that ball show up and disappear.
The great Texas star, he was here 3 times with the Longhorns, went on to play for Team USA. Grant chops that back up the middle, backhand, Hodge turns, and Grant will be safe at first. As the throw squirted away from Sanders. It'll be an infield single right back up the middle for Megan.
Just the fact that Hodge gets to this. You can see she's trying to rush the throw. She's falling backwards, ends up throwing it, pulling it to her left side. Should be ruled a hit, though, because most second basemen don't even get to that.
Let's go down to Holly.
You're talking about Kelly Maxwell and all that she's accomplished. How about this? She's a biochem and molecular biology grad from Oklahoma State. She's working on her Master's of Health from Oklahoma. She's going every single morning to a small animal practice with Dr. John Otto. So if you think she's been surgical today, wait till you see what she's been doing to the dogs and cats. She said she has saved some lives. They're practicing suturing, other life-saving things, but she is working to become a veterinarian.
Thank you, Holly. Chance now for the Bruins with 1 out. They've got the tying run aboard for Jordan Woolery, their home run hitter the other night. That's Lauren Hatch, the pinch runner. Winners bracket game here in Oklahoma City. In this clash of dynasties, UCLA 12 championships, Oklahoma 7. And the Sooners trying to keep their four-peat chances rolling. That's never happened in 42 years of this tournament.
Sooner fans not liking that last pitch called a ball, but I think Kinsey Hansen was moving a little bit. Runner over at first. Yeah, it's just a little more still on that 3-0 pitch.
Well, you got a 300 hitter with power here, a 250 hitter next, but you don't want to bump that tying run over to second, and that's exactly what will happen here. Bruins making some noise here in the 6th.
Well, because she was here calling all of them.
Exactly. Nerd alert. I might have played in that one, I forget. All right, a chance for UCLA now. Had runners in scoring position in the 3rd and again in the 5th with the top of the order coming up, and they could not get it in. Can the bottom of the order provide? Here's Savipola. If nothing else, you want to keep extending this to try and get Brady and Palacios up again in the 7th inning. Single and a walk. Two and two.
Pull everything hard inside. Laid off that off speed.
Just scoot it up in the box.
Junior out of Santa Ana. Her uncle is Troy Polamalu, NFL star. She watches ball 3 go by. Pola fights it off. That's a pinch hitter on deck, number 31 in white. Ramsey Suarez. Another 3-2 pitch. Pola smacks that the opposite way. And over the cover is Pickering. 2 down. Suarez 1 for 5 in this postseason.
The Bruins have had opportunities. So 3rd inning with a runner in scoring position. The guy going for a different look at the plate, especially as we get to the bottom of this order. Ramsey Suarez coming up with 300 pinch hitter career average.
Ramsey Suarez.
Tying run out at second base, 2 outs. Then an 0-1 count. Pretty good numbers in a pinch this year for UCLA. This is outside. One and 2.
Same exact pitch, which she just took for a ball. She goes after swinging it.
That pitch well on the river.
Hatch and Rory aboard. The UCLA legacy. With 8 clap coursing through her veins, delivers clutch, and the walk-off win in the national championship game for the Bruins. Otherwise, it would already be a 4-peat for Oklahoma. After that, the COVID year, no tournament, and then 3 straight titles for OU. They have the 1-0 lead. And there you see the last 4 to do it. The only 2 programs that have a 3-peat in the history of the tournament. UCLA determined to try and block the 4-peat. Winner of this one is into the national semifinals. The loser will cross over to the other side of the bracket and start working their way through against Stanford. An elimination game tomorrow night. Winner gets the day off. They'll play Monday. Could be Alabama, could be Texas, could be Florida. So much with these 2 dynasties intertwined in the last few years. The difference today, the Tiare Jennings solo home run in the third. Bruins will have one more chance in the seventh. Here's Cassidy Pickering.
We built this thing up to the top offenses in the country, all the star power from these lineups, and you got to give kudos to the 3 pitchers that we've seen. The fact that we've only got 5 total hits and 1 run.
Wait, can you say that again?
I know.
I think she praised the pitchers. Hold on.
Giving them credit.
That's what I thought I heard.
Let me write this down.
I think I
Still
heard that.
game left, though.
Well, the positive for UCLA, even though they didn't get the run, they got more hitters to the plate. So Maya Brady will be due up third in the seventh. Kelly Maxwell has struck her out 3 times today in that All-American showdown.
We have seen at the Women's College World Series.
Hitting .516 against the change. Only 1 swing and miss on over 100 changeups.
111 changeups that she's seen, and she's only missed 1. She swung at 41 of them. Think about that. That's a changeup. That's a pitch that everybody misses.
Yeah, it's got one of the highest whiff rates, right, of all the pitches.
Is she gonna get a look at one? She struck out twice and left 5 on base. Pops it up here, and back on the grass is Curro, 2 down. Riley Boone trying to extend that 8-game hitting streak. She's grounded out a couple of times. Game 2 scheduled for 7 o'clock Eastern tonight on ESPN. Florida and Texas. Boone drops it down, no chance. Riley beats it out.
This is touch. I mean, just straight hands. This is actually, it's not even a drag bunt, it's a slap. But watch how beautiful her hands, actually, sorry, it is a drag bunt, but her to be able to deaden this ball and get down the line. What does Patty Gasso call her? The chaos coordinator.
Chaos coordinator, yeah. What you got, Holly?
Well, Riley Boone is such a threat at the plate because she can do a little bit of everything, whether it's a traditional slap or they've added this new kind of shuffle step that JT Gasso has gotten from baseball. Patty was talking about it earlier in postseason and said, I don't even really know what to call it, but Riley has started doing it and teams don't know what to expect. I'm not sure if what we just saw there was the exact shuffle, but she is so funky in the box. You never know how to pitch her. She is finding a way to coordinate that chaos because what she does in the box is chaotic.
Yeah, and Holly, she's got 16 infield hits because of that chaos. 80% of the team's bunt singles, and she knows the right time. This was a perfect time.
Tries to pull up on that rise ball, but with the call, strike.
The swing, the throw, Boone heading for third. But points moot. That's strike 3. Loser will have to try and win 3 games in the next 2 days to make it. Top of the 7th, 3 outs for UCLA to work with. 8-9, and then Maya Brady due up. quickly. Kelly Maxwell gets in front of Malauulu, 0-2.
Just great rotation and spin on the ball all day today. Just worked around those 4 free passes, 3 walks, a hit batter.
Strikeout number 11. Boy, and with these stellar lineups, could have been a slugfest, and the pitching has been dominant today.
Going back upstairs with that rise ball. She's really done a good job of first, second, and third time through the lineup, varying her pitches. Jen Rocha, one of the best pitch callers in the game, really using all of Maxwell's tools, a lot of off-speed first time through, a lot of rise second and third time through. Keeping UCLA off balance this entire game. Just 2 singles.
24 swings and misses.
And they go with 5 infielders, nobody in right field, and both left and center way shallow. Defending on Mionyo, the slapper. A walk in the 3rd, a sacrifice in the 5th. Sanders, 2 down.
Never struck out 4 times in a game.
Here we go, last chance, Bruins. Oh, 1. Pitches, now 12, 2 balls and 10 strikes. In this All-American showdown. 0-2.
Neither one of those is strike.
I mean, I wouldn't go anywhere else.
Just missed away. 115 pitches today from Maxwell. Most of them strikes. Brady, ground ball to second. Hodge is there, and Oklahoma wins it.
wraps it, gets it in the eyes of Brady for the big swing and miss. Those are 3 massive strikeouts of Maya Brady, one of the toughest hitters in the game to strike out.
First game since Oregon in 2021 with 3K. Coming into the game, she had the best batting average of any player in the postseason.
And how about Maxwell just going right at her? 9 strikes and 2 balls in the 3 at bats. I mean, no fear.
Two outs, still runner on second for Jadlyn Alchin. Swing and a miss, 1 and 2.
UCLA still not identifying that off-speed drop.
Well, watch the rise ball off of it. I mean, this is where that pitch looks so much better following the off-speed drop.
Chin hanging on.
The 8 and 9 hole have done a good job of getting on, but really when you look at the UCL lineup, that's 4 lefties in a row. 8, 9, 1, 2.
She has just decimated the top of the order, has only allowed 1 hit the entire day, and has struck out the top 4 hitters 6 times already. And the way she's thrown it, she may not have to see them again.
Well, and Jess, you said it best. She looks like she's throwing 70 miles an hour when she's really throwing in the low 60s, mid to low 60s.
Alchin, boom, back to make the grab, and the fist pump as the threat comes to an end.